Hope everyone's having a wonderful day. Today we have a 2015 Duramax 3500 LML, and you can see right now the engine's not running, and see our oil pressure is pegged at 120 psi according to the gauge. So what I ended up doing is I hooked the scan tool up to look at the actual pressure that the sensor is reading. It reads 127 psi, key on, engine off. So in this state, it's reading 120 psi, which is not right. So this isn't the first time I've seen this. I've seen this a few times. Looked at the sensor looks okay for the oil pressure. So we're gonna go ahead and replace it with a brand new GM part and see what happens. That should take care of it. More than confident in that. So let's go ahead and get started on that repair now. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and like it and comment down below if this helps. So I always pick the fun things to record. This is where we're at right now. This is the front diff. We got the oil filter. That's the oil pressure switch right there. I'm gonna try to touch it. It's this guy right here. You can't see with my hand in the way, which is typical. So here's the brand new one right here. I'm using my special new socket that I just bought from Strap-On. It's a 27, but it's a special socket just for oil pressure switches, or I should say pressure switches. So let me get the camera mounted in a good position and we'll get started on this sucker. So I can't find a good place to mount the camera where you can see, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to do this while holding the camera. So the camera's gonna be a little jumpy, but this is the best I got. So first we're gonna release the clip. It has a lock on it right here. Let's see that little silver piece right there. We'll try to pry back on it without breaking it. Hopefully you can see. Just like so. Okay, I grabbed it, got it down here, put it in my tray. I'm gonna reach up there now and try to disconnect it. Okay, I got it. So what you gotta do on this, you gotta push it down. You gotta push this part of it down right here. I know it's really difficult. This is such a tight spot down here. So you see this spot right here, you push it, pops it out. Okay, now let's get this. Let me get my socket ready. And just be aware you're gonna this thing's gonna leak a little bit of oil, so you might wanna get a pan. So I got my 27, I got my little tiny 3/8 ratchet. I've done one before and this thing kind of a pain. Okay, it's loose. Okay, you can already see it starting to leak. I'm gonna stuff some rags down here so we don't make such a mess. And I'm gonna get the new switch ready to go. This is my brand new GM switch. I'm gonna get it ready to install. So once this one's unscrewed, I'm gonna unscrew my hand. Okay, there we go. And that'll make a nice little mess. Like I said, we're gonna try to shove this one in. Okay, I got it. I got it like started by one thread. It's a very, very messy job. It's just very, very tight. Now I'm gonna spin it in by hand. You have to get a rag because it's covered in oil. And this engine's a little bit warm from it running. This is the one that I did the CP3 conversion on, and I had to replace the entire fuel system on it. So that video will be coming out soon. Depending on when you watch this video. So we got it started. I'm gonna go ahead and get it snugged up a little bit with the ratchet. And it's gonna be a little tight going in. And the reason for that is there's a little bit of sealing Teflon on the switch itself. It's not sealed by the threads, it's sealed by the crush washer. I'll show you that on the old switch right now. And you don't want to tighten this really tight. Just want to snug it up. Just like that. Okay. So that's nice and tight. Now what we're gonna do, now it looks like an old switch. Just gonna clean it all off. Some magic juice. And get all that clean. Let me grab my rags with all the full of oil. Didn't make such a big mess. Okay. My hand is killing me. I'm holding this camera. Now, this is the lock. I'm gonna put the lock back on. We don't want to engage it. I'm gonna need both hands to do this. So bear with me. Okay. And now we're gonna plug the switch back in. Just like so. Locks on, it's nice and tight. Let's just clean it up one more time. All nice and clean for the customer. And then the rags caught most of the oil. There's some in the skid plate, so let's go ahead and soak that up. Try to get it all nice and clean. Yep. And here's the old one right here. You see the washer on it. So the oil pressure switch is in. It's all complete. I turned the key on. It's at 0, right where it needs to be. We'll go ahead and fire it up. Make sure where the pressure increases. It's going to do a sweep test. Okay. It's going to go up then down and then settle where it needs to be. One thing, make sure you check your oil when you're done, and then make sure that it doesn't leak either. So the other thing that I would want to say is this one didn't throw a code. It didn't catch it. See, there's still no codes. I'd never had a code for this. But if you do have a code for this if you have a code for the oil pressure switch, like a circuit code or anything like that, the gauge will still be stuck at 120 PSI even though you replace it. You need to go into the computer and actually delete the code, and then the gauge will come back down. It's just the way a lot of these vehicles are like that now. It's just a safety feature. I don't know about safety, but it's some type of feature. But always make sure you clear the codes if there is a code for that sensor itself. But this one seems all good. Thanks for watching. If it helped, please don't forget to like and comment down below. And please subscribe. And thank you and have a great day.